It's a Mad, 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 Mad World is my favorite film of all time. I can't explain why, but it means a lot to me. It's about strangers who meet on the side of the road to hear a man's dying words who tells them that there's a hidden stash of money under a big W, and the rest is a treasure hunt to find it. Well, I'm going on my own treasure hunt to find filming locations from the movie and figure out if there's anything left of the Big W. The movie was shot all over Southern California and looks gorgeous. My journey begins in the Palm Desert on Highway 74 where the opening scene takes place. Keep in mind, this video is going to be more primitive than my previous location tours like Rocky and Ghostbusters. I was visiting California for business reasons and to meet friends. I came up with the idea to do this at the last minute and shot it on an iPhone, so don't expect the same level of quality. This is for other obsessive Mad World fans like myself. Enjoy. I'm near Smiler's Point. This is where Smiler Grogan just went sailing right out there. Okay, we are looking for the rock that, well, there it is. Look at that. There it is.
He just went sailing out there.
That's where Smiler Grogan went right through there. The guardrail is different and the road's been repaved since. Jonathan Winters and Sid Caesar and Milton Berle went down there. All these people were here at the same time. But I'm gonna try to go down there. It's gonna be a little tough because I was at a metal concert last night, the Big Four, and my legs are really sore. But I'm gonna try to climb down there. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. It's just a movie, it's not worth it. But this scene is definitely one of those sort of sacred ground, holy spots for film fans. It's very hard to identify spots from the movie because they change so much. The movie came out in 1963, assuming they probably filmed it in 1962, and now it's 2011, things change. But in a spot like this, with just mountains and rocks, things don't change a whole lot. So it's easy to identify it. But it's a very dangerous spot because we're right here on this like winding road, and I don't want to step into traffic. I also don't want to fall down the cliff because I don't know how steep it is. Now we've seen in the movie, Mickey Rooney and Buddy Hackett and all those guys go down and they come back up just fine. In fact, Buddy Hackett comments about how steep it is.
If I have to climb much more of this, I'll be laying down here with him.
I got to go down in a different spot. I'm going to go down over here and try to walk my way over to the spot where Smiler died. So I'm going to see if I can do that safely. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if that made sense. What I was trying to explain was that the spot where they go down in the movie is on a turn, where I'd have a pretty good chance of being run over and killed by an oncoming vehicle. So I decided to cross where the road is straight and take the long way down. Either way, I do not recommend anybody try this. There's the rock. Right over there, that is the rock you see in the movie. That is the one way we can identify the scene. He drives the car right past there, and that's where he goes sailing right out there. Just went sailing right out there.
Just sailed out there.
Yeah, I've made my way down the steep part. I came down there, and I am on my way over here. You see up there is the rock that you see in the movie, so the car would have crashed somewhere around where this hill is back here. So I'm gonna head that way. Are you kidding me? That looks like a car. Now, I don't know if it's the same car from the movie, but it's rusted and old looking and for real. No, this is like a pickup truck. God, but it happens to be in the exact spot. Actually, no, I don't think it's the exact spot, but the car definitely tumbled this way. It flies over that cliff there. There was actually, they paved a ramp specifically for the movie, which is not here anymore, but everything else is the same. And the car came down and it landed somewhere here, and then it rolled off and went further down here. And somewhere around here is where Smiler Grogan died.
Good old Smiler. Everybody's friend.
Also on Highway 74 is the scene where Phil Silvers tricks Jonathan Winters to get out of the car. The mountains in the background seem to match. Now, if we can find the other angle, we're in business. I've taken some advice on the internet that it's between Homestead and Bel Air Road. Not too exciting, is it? Well, here's something interesting about the scene where he blows out his tire and smashes through the sign. Look at the hills in the background. It seems as if it was filmed in the same spot where he drove off, but he's not supposed to be driving back the way he came, so they must have cheated this shot, reused the same place, dressed it up with some signs, and nobody will ever notice. I still couldn't find anything in real life that matched, except for this little spot. Looks kinda like it. I don't know. Next up, the scene where Jonathan Winters destroys the gas station. It's possibly my favorite movie scene of all time. It's unnecessary and it goes on for way too long, but that's what makes it so funny. Obviously, it was just a prop and there's nothing left. But the only thing that's not going anywhere is the mountain. I'd say that's a perfect match. The advice I got online pinpoints the spot at the southeast intersection of Highway 74 and Indian Hills Drive. Unfortunately, there's a fence around the area. I'm guessing it's a residential zone.
Okay, I think this is the best shot we will ever get of the Ray and Irwin gas station. Ray and Irwin's gas station, destroyed by Lenny Pike.
A lot of the action in the movie takes place near this ramp. Today, it's easily recognizable on the Pacific Coast Highway in Santa Monica.
I'm here in San Pedro. This is where Santa Rosita State Park used to be in the movie. At least the parking lot scenes. This is where they filmed it. This whole parking lot, which is open here. There's a giant gateway that they recreated over here. Apparently, now I'm going on the internet say again, I don't really see any evidence myself that this was the spot. You know, I find that pretty impressive. They built a very accurate facade for this gate and the whole structure, and there's nothing here now but just like a brick wall. Right over here is where Phil Silvers crashes the car. In the past 50 years, this place has changed completely, assuming this is even it. Watch out for the bulls. Lousy, stinking bulls are everywhere. So once they're past the entrance and they're inside of Santa Rosita Park, that's actually the grounds of a private residence. And ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to know if the Big W still existed.
Look! It's a big W, I tell you! It's a big W!
Well, it wasn't until 1991 when the laserdisc came out and they had a documentary on there called Something a Little Less Serious. And in there, they actually showed that there was one palm tree left. But that was 20 years ago, and since, I don't think anybody, to my knowledge, has gotten any photographic evidence. Nobody knows if that one tree is left, because there's been a lot of growth since, so if the palm tree is there, it cannot be seen from outside the property, or it's not there anymore. In fact, it said on Wikipedia, as of 2008, there is no more palm trees left. Now, there's no citation. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So I need to solve a cinematic mystery. I wasn't planning to. I didn't know I would be the one, but I have been blessed, I guess. I got the luck of being invited because the owners happen to be fans. I'm inside the gate.
Who's he? I don't know, but he hasn't got a shovel. Hey, did you see anything yet?
No, did you see anything?
Nothing. Well, that guy hit it so good, I bet he couldn't even find it himself.
This right here, it's got to be where the fountain was. Definitely. Hello, how are you? Hello. Right now, I'm walking down the path that they walk on in the movie.
You sure that's all that guy said? Buried under a big W? By God, that's what he said. It was under a big W. Let's go. Harder! We gotta look harder! Let's look harder. Come on, let's go.
So I'm walking on the cliff right now, and there does not appear to be anything left of the big W whatsoever. So I'm just... That's it. Sure. Look, it's a big slanted stump. Well, that was cool. There is some evidence of the big W. It's just a big, well, it's not a big anything. It's a little forward slash.
My curiosity's been satisfied, and it was a dream come true to stand in the same spot where the W used to be. Thanks so much for inviting me. Thanks to my wife for putting up with me and organizing this trip. And thanks to everyone on the internet who's done the research for all these locations.